Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a prediction breakdown of Colby Covington versus Jorge Masvidal taking place this weekend in the main event of UFC 272, Covington versus Masvidal. And this is a massive fight in our hands this weekend in the main event, Colby Covington versus Jorge Masvidal. Besides if there is no championship belt or anything on the line, nothing on the line. But I'll correct myself there. There's no championship belt or anything, no BMF crap. This in general is a huge fight. That's non-title in the main event this weekend. Covington versus Masvidal, a huge grudge match on the line. And this is a huge matchup. This is a massive matchup. Let's start with Covington. As we know, Covington, 34 years old. Come off lost to Kamaru Usman and lost to Usman twice, honestly. But in that second fight against Usman, he could have drawn. I thought he drew it. Beat Woodley. You know what's happening with Masvidal? Not Masvidal. What's happening with Covington? He was on a roll before. Lost to Usman the first time. Beat Woodley. Got like a rib injury TKO. But in reality, he was just dominating Tyron Woodley, not classing him. But he lost to Usman again. Now Masvidal, 37 years old. Got knocked out brutally by Kamaru Usman. Things happen though, got knocked out in a career-changing KO. Before that, lost to Usman again, but it was kind of the most boring. That was like a boring fight. So we kind of get it now with both guys. Both guys lost to Usman. And both of these guys have been looking okay. Have been looking good, other than their losses to Usman. And I can't wait for this matchup. This is a huge matchup on the line. Recently, earlier today, Rafael dos Anjos versus Rafael Fiziev fell off the card. That was a good matchup, but this matchup is bigger than every fight on this card. I'm gonna go with Colby Covington though, winning this one over Jorge Masvidal. I think he wins it by submission as well. I think Masvidal is gonna lose. I think Masvidal is getting older at this point in his career. Covington is also a bit older, but he's also younger by 3 years to Masvidal. But Masvidal is getting older in his career. I'm gonna go for Colby Covington here, man, and I'm not gonna say that because Masvidal got knocked down in his last fight brutally. That's career-changing KO. Blah blah blah. Covington did better against Usman than Masvidal did, which is true. But I'm gonna go for Colby Covington here. He's 72 inch reach. I think he has a reach disadvantage here to Jorge Masvidal, but lost to Kamaru Usman. But again, he was winning to get I thought he won the last 3 rounds against Usman. Usman won that fight because he did more damage earlier in the fight. Won the first round slightly. Won the second round 10-8, I thought. Because he got 2 knockdowns, of course. But Covington is dog tough, man. Dog tough. Like, he has a chin on him. Like, seriously, the dude has a chin on him. First fight, I know he got KO'd by Usman in the first fight, but he also broke his jaw. He was kind of messed up, and it was kind of done from there. But, I'm gonna, he made it really close with Usman, man. And he looked awesome in the striking with Usman in that fight. Against Lawler, dominated Robbie Lawler, and Masvidal does hit harder than Lawler. I said that yesterday in the full card breakdown. RDA tagged him a few shots, but overall, other than the fights with Usman, Covington's shown a great chin. Great chin, man. Woodley couldn't even KO him. He couldn't even land on him, basically, in that fight. And Woodley's a guy I know just lost to Jake Paul by KO. And lost him twice. That cracked Luke in their fight? Burns couldn't do much. Like he cracked Luque, so that is pretty good for Covington. You know. Just go back up. But Colby Covington been doing all right lately. He's staying really active, as we can see here. Just fought UFC 268 against Kamaru Usman. He's coming back. He's coming back to UFC 272. Good for Colby Covington. He's staying really active. Last time he was really active was when he fought Robbie Lawler to fighting Kamaru Usman. But good for him. He's staying active, getting right back in there after that loss to Jorge to Kamaru Usman. Masvidal hasn't been active as much. I think this is the most inactive he's been. He was really active in 2019. Really active in 2019 when he beat Darren Till, Ben Askren, Nate Diaz. This is probably the most inactive Masvidal we've had for a bit, for a while, for a long time. You know, fought last year in April and got knocked out by Kamaru Usman. It was a close fight, but Usman won the first round clear, I thought, and then the second round got knocked out. You know, first fight against Usman, I know I think Masvidal won the first round, but lost the last 4. He took it on short notice, but the second fight he took it full cap. So there's some things to look at here, and also Covington, Masvidal, of course, former roommates, best friends before. Now they're enemies. They want to hurt each other really badly. I think Covington's got this one, man. And also Masvidal, pulled out against Leon Edwards, as we know. But at the same time, like, Masvidal got injured, and who knows if he actually got a broken rib. Who knows if he actually got a broken rib, because that's going to affect him more, a broken rib. Because Covington has some nice body kicks. Covington, I don't think he should be this big of a favorite, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think he should be this big of a favorite here. 3-1. Like, I wasn't planning on it, but something told me Masvidal can get this, and he can get the upset and knock out Colby. And he can. He can do some weird stuff to Colby. I just don't see it, though. I think Colby knows Masvidal can probably do this to me, and that's probably his only chance. If Masvidal somehow, and I dare the MMA gods to do this, MMA gods, if Masvidal somehow out-grapples Covington and submits him or something, there's no way. There actually is no way. The MMA gods won't do that. If he somehow out-grapples Covington and submits him, submitting would be even crazier. But yeah, I think Covington's got this one. They're the same height. Masvidal's got a 2-inch reach advantage, which could help him. You know, it could help him. But I think Covington's gonna have a ragdoll type performance over Jorge Masvidal. I think he's gonna get build up for this fight as well. Chaos Covington. I think he's gonna go out there and win. He's trained at MMA Masters. As we know, there's guys in there that aren't the best. Like, they have Nate Landwehr, but they have Ilya Tapiria trains there. They have some good guys. Miguel Baeza, who isn't that great, let's be real, but Anthony Rocco Martin, former UFC fighter. Carl Ramos, former UFC vet. They got some good people. Cesar Ferreira was in UFC before. They got some good people in there. And I think Covington's going to go out there and win. A lot of people are picking Masvidal. And something inside me, this energy is wanting me. The odds are wanting me to pick Masvidal. But I don't like picking underdogs just because they're underdogs. I like picking a fighter because I think they're actually going to win. Because they're just better, you know. I'm going to go for Covington here, though, man. I think he's going to have a really grappling heavy performance. And I think Masvidal, man, at this point in his career, Like, he's not really that great anymore, man. You know, what is this? I mean, this is, like, against Nate Diaz. You know, as we know, Masvidal doesn't have the best of cardio tanks in the welterweight division and in his own game. Nate Diaz was starting to get on him. Like, Nate Diaz was starting to pick it up. I thought he was gonna lose anyways from the early rounds of him getting destroyed the early rounds. But like, he was starting to pick it up. But the cut was there. They stopped the fight, as we know, controversial stuff there. But against Askren, flying knee to Askren, nothing explained there. Nothing really happened other than a flying knee. Askren went out cold. Good win from him there, but Askren recently just lost to Jake Paul, or last year he lost to Jake Paul. And then he beat Darren Till, but also that fight against Till. People just think, Masvidal just flatlined Till out cold. What do you want me to say? Till dropped him in that fight in the first round. Darren Till dropped him in that fight in the first round. And you gotta look at that. He did drop him early in that first round. And he really dropped him. Like, he dropped him bad. Like, he dropped him. I know Masvidal looked like he fell over, but come on. I'm gonna go with Covington here. I think Covington wins it. Masvidal does have those elbows in bottom. We've seen that against Usman twice in their both fights in the first rounds. But like, I think Covington's just gonna get side control and half guard and beat up Masvidal really, really badly. Masvidal, we've seen earlier in his career, like we've seen against Damian Maia. You know, Maia, it was a close fight against Maia. Masvidal was down in some damage, but Maia won that fight due to having the grappling. That's how he won. He used his grappling to win that fight. Wonderboy just outclassed him on the feet, you know. I think Covington's gonna win. I think we've seen what we've seen. I think if I was Covington, I would be careful of not shooting takedowns just right there. Like, he's gonna know the flying knee is gonna come. He knows that. I think Covington knows the flying knee is really gonna come. But I think Covington's not Askren, man. He doesn't just shoot for takedowns desperately all the time. You know, it's just like against Lawler. He eventually got Lawler down, and Lawler, I think it will be like the Robbie Lawler fight. This one, Lawler, Masvidal, good power punchers, not the best of cardio, not the best of grappling. Masvidal's really good at defending takedowns and defending submissions early. This is why I think Covington's gonna get him later in the fight. But come on, man. Out-grappled RDA, and RDA was landing good bombs on him as well, but Covington takes them well, man. His win over Max Griffin back in 2016 is aging really well. I'm gonna go with Covington. Masvidal, if I was Covington, I'd be aware of the takedowns, like just shooting randomly. I think he should just drag Masvidal against the cage first, get him down, and then do work there. I would just shoot blankly out of nowhere. Like, I'll just shoot, like, here, whatever. Who cares what happens, but let's just risk it. I think he knows that. Masvidal does have the advantage, because he is at ATT. Covington got kicked out. And maybe he'll get the whispers around the gym, like, oh, Covington does that. I'm just going to give you a little bit of tips. Covington does that. Covington does that. Like, Masvidal could do it. And he could get in this one. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes out there and just KOs Covington. But Covington has a good chin, man. Like, if he had one hole, like, oh, he's really chinny, Covington, I say Masvidal wins it, but Masvidal, I just don't see winning. You know, I just don't see it going. I don't see it going his way. I just don't see it. I don't see this going well. And like against like guys like Lawler, he eventually goes on Lawler, you know? Woodley goes on Woodley, easily takes down Woodley, and I think Covington early on is gonna get an early takedown round 1, take him down. Masvidal gets right back up. I think that's where the fight starts for Covington. Then I think Masvidal is gonna look good. You know, I think Masvidal is gonna be looking good in the stand-up and winning the majority of the stand-up. But I think Covington's gonna be like sticky. Like I think he's gonna be like glue. Like I think he'll be like Marab Wallace truly. You know, I think he'll be like him. Like he got back up. Defend another takedown for me. And I don't think Masvidal has the cardio for that. You know, if you know what I'm talking about, I don't think Masvidal has the cardio for that. I think that's gonna make him slow more down. If Masvidal had really good, excellent cardio, maybe, but like Covington has really good cardio, and I think that's where it's gonna play. Who do I want to win? Either guy, I don't even mind to win. I don't even mind either guy to win. Maybe Covington, because that Usman trilogy can be there still. Because like Covington, they're controversial because they both have close fights. Covington could have won the rematch. But Masvidal, you can't really do anything because he got flatlined out cold. I know Covington did as well in the first fight, but it was also close. You know, Masvidal, you know, I know the first fight was a short notice. But we already had that promo for the second fight, and then the second fight was Masvidal getting flatlined. So who knows? I'm gonna go with Colby Covington though winning this fight. When the rounds go on, it's gonna get worse and worse for Masvidal. And I think Colby's gonna win. I don't see this going well for Masvidal. Maybe he gets an early first round KO out of nowhere. Masvidal gets it done. Colby's out cold, but like I just don't see that happening. You know, I just don't see that. The press conference will be nice though. I'm really excited for that. Really, really excited for Thursday, the press conference. It's only them two. UFC just posted on their Instagram. It's only them two. Thank goodness. Yeah, I thought worries about Dos Santos physio on there or something. But that's off the card now, so no chance of that. And Mitchell Barbosa, you can't really do anything with that. I don't know what you're going to do with Mitchell Barbosa. Mitchell will just talk about his farm in Arkansas, and Barbosa will just talk about him. But Masvidal, I like this. Masvidal and like Colby in the press. I like them only on the press conference because it's all about them. It's kind of like McGregor Poirier 3. It's all about them, you know. But yeah, great fight. I'm gonna go for Colby Covington. And people in interviews, before I go, people in interviews have been saying Covington ragdolled Masvidal in the grappling. Ragdolled Masvidal in the grappling. And other people are like, Masvidal destroyed Covington in the stand-up. It can go either way. I think Covington is going to win, though. And I'm going to do a last-minute detail predictions for this card. But I can still change the method or the round. I can still change the round. I'm going to go for a fourth or third round TKO or submission. Fourth or third. 3 or 4. I think Colby Covington's going to get a fourth or third round submission. I think he wins it like that. I'll call fourth round, by the way. But yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. It's a longer video, prediction video, but I try to explain everything. Yeah. Peace out, guys. Woo! Peace.